Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Arc. This is our March Madness special. We're joined by Trey Reed and Cole Campbell here at Behind the Arc. We actually have our last year's March Madness winner with us, Cole Campbell. He won it last year, so you know you're getting premium insight here. Our first guest, though, is Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
So we just wanted to have you on the show to ask you who do you have winning, and if you have any questions for us on March Madness.
Okay. First of all, my bracket. I'm a big Arizona fan. Arizona Wildcats, bear down. Been an Arizona fan my whole life because of Mike Bibby and my older sister loving him. So I had to stick with the old red and blue. So I had Arizona going all the way. I have them beating Baylor in the championship. A little bit of justice. Our point guard last year, James Akinjo, transferred over to Baylor, so I think him playing his old school and losing would just be a cool thing for me to see as a Wildcat fan. I think they're the tallest program in the country this year, one of the best efficiencies on offense in the entire country, and they defend and protect the hoop really well. So, big Arizona guy, I have them going all the way. Question for you guys is, who is your mid-major team that you see making a run?
Mid-major team.
Well, I can just say, I don't know if Texas really counts as a mid-major team. They're the 6th seed, but I have them going all the way this year.
You have Texas taking it all the way?
All the way?
Yep.
Wow.
You'll see.
Beard comes in as a coach and just takes them all the way, bringing that Texas Tech energy over there.
Not Texas Tech. Texas.
No, their head coach came from Texas Tech to Texas.
I really like them because it's Katie's alma mater.
Oh,
that's about it.
We got a bunch of homers here.
I agree. I mean, now I think I have better reasoning. I supported mine with more than just Katie's alma mater, but Texas. That's a bold take.
We'll see how it goes, but I did win it last year.
That is true.
I'm looking forward to going back to back.
Yes.
Let me first comment on the fact that Murph has a 1v1 championship matchup. I don't know if I technically agree with that. He probably wouldn't chalk the whole bracket, had the bracket predictor pick it off for him.
No.
But a little auto picks there. But my mid team that I'm expecting to make a big run, first is UCLA. I thought they were low seeded at the 4 seed, and I think they will make it to the Final Four and possibly even the championship. I see a Gonzaga UCLA rematch in the Final Four. I think that'll be entertaining. I also see Virginia Tech going pretty far at the 11 seed. They had they did really well in their conference tournament, so.
They did have a hot conference run. I think that's a hot take. I think Virginia Tech makes a good run.
That's one thing that I like when I'm looking at making picks for my bracket is who did really well in their tournament because they're carrying that momentum.
Texas A&M had a great one.
Yeah.
What do you got?
So this is just kind of out there, and I also don't really think this is like a mid thing or mid team, but I chose Iowa going to the Final Four.
One of the top players in the country.
Mm-hmm. And I only did that because their defensive efficiency is holding them to just over 101, and I feel like compared to most teams, that's like a pretty good matchup, and their shooting percentage is pretty good. I don't know, so I just kind of have a feeling.
Defense wins championships for sure. Now, I will tell you, as one of your guys' basketball coaches, I've been in the program for 2 years. I never directly got to coach any of you, but I am severely disappointed. You guys have no idea what a mid-major team is. Even living in a town where we have a mid-major team, the University of Montana, none of those teams are mid-majors. They all come from power conferences. So
I thought you meant
you could have said South Dakota State or Montana State, my alma mater.
I thought you
listen. I got one.
You really think you got Montana State?
I'm just saying, you guys are TikTokers because you said a mid team like
Jake
UCLA
said
or
mid,
Texas. Mid-major is not from a power conference like the Pac-12 or the Big Ten or the ACC.
Murph, you got to remember, we're in high school. You got to word this stuff better.
I knew this when I was in middle school.
Stop.
I've been entering into my dad's brackets at his work since I was maybe in 5th grade.
Like an ink and quill?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would fold it up. I'd attach it to a pigeon, send it off.
Okay, well, if we're talking about a real mid-major team then, you came from MSU.
I did.
I'm going there next year. I picked the Bobcats to make it out of the first round.
I like it. Upset in Texas Tech.
Yep.
Hey, that is something I can get behind. You have great guard play,
So much
great
pride
wing play.
too.
You've got a great center in the MVP in Bello. I
and
mean,
DPOI.
yeah,
Coming off a Big Sky Conference.
Big Sky
championship.
Conference.
Yeah.
They're not even the best team in Montana. So
Danny Springs?
I mean, they kind of are.
No.
I mean, I don't
Big
know.
Sky
Go
Conference.
Cats. That's all.
What don't you like about
I don't like that they're playing Texas Tech first round.
Okay.
I don't like that
Fair
they're the
enough.
14 seed. I don't like how they didn't have any big time wins. I think
it? Okay.
they're a
Okay.
deserving 14 seed and they'll lose in the first round deservingly.
You don't think it'll be close?
No.
Okay.
We'll see.
Interesting. Now, here's another hot take. A great pick for me. I think you look at a team that struggled all year, like Michigan, a team that came in as a top 5 team in the country, struggled early on. They have all the drama with Coach Howard getting in a fight with the coach from Wisconsin. But then they did all right in their tournament, in their conference tournament. And they came in as an 11 seed. I see Michigan winning a couple games as an 11 seed, maybe figuring it out. Maybe they are a little more inspired with their coach coming back from suspension. I think there's a chance Michigan makes a run into the Sweet 16 Elite Eight.
It seems so unfair to me. How did they get in the bracket to begin with?
It's names.
They
It's
are
names.
they are not a good team, and they also got a good seeding. Colorado State, I do not think it's a good team, so I can
I
see them
agree.
beating
I
Colorado State as well.
completely agree. That's
So-
why I think it's a hot take. I think it's a good
Not
pick.
too happy about Michigan making it.
I think it's a good one.
One thing
But
I
the
wanted
team-
to ask, Jake, I know you probably have some really interesting ones. Let's hear some upsets.
Some upsets. Ooh, upset alert. Murph mentioned them earlier. I got South Dakota State making it all the way to the Sweet 16. I see them playing Kansas and getting knocked, but before that, I got them beating Providence and then beating Iowa in the next round. So I think they're a really good team. Jackrabbits, I love what I saw from them. I also got Colgate upsetting the 3 seed. I think they shoot the 3 really well. They do lack on defense, but I think if they're hot, they could beat any team. And we saw it last year. They almost upsetted, I don't remember who, but they were a 14 seed as well last year, and they almost got another upset, but they blew huge lead. But I see them finishing the deal this year and getting that upset.
I like it.
What about you, Cole? You got any big upsets? Obviously, you do if you got Texas making it all the way to the show.
Yeah, I don't even think that's much of an upset, though.
I mean, it is Katie's alma mater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
But again, North Carolina is actually Michael Jordan's alma
Oh,
mater. So
Yeah.
Steph Curry, Davidson. I mean, they could go all the way.
absolutely, it could happen.
Well, I mean, besides the Texas making it all the way, I don't really have anything too out of the ordinary. I mean, Montana State making it out of the first round
Yeah,
might be
I
a
like
little bit, but
I
I have a lot of pride in that team. I think they're going to do good.
So let me ask you guys this. Here's what I've caught the most flack on when my students have been looking at my bracket. I think we have a rematch from earlier in the year. I have Duke as a 2 seed, meeting up with Gonzaga. Gonzaga picked by most people to be the champions this year, even though they've never won one. It's a curse, I would say. I have Duke beating Gonzaga again in the rematch. I think Gonzaga's got 2 good posts in Timmy and Holmgren, but they run into a big Duke team, and I think that they're playing for Coach K. He's done after this year, thankfully. I'm not a Duke fan. I respect him, but I'm not a fan.
That's fair.
Duke beating Gonzaga. Does this happen, or is Gonzaga just on a one-way track to the championship? What do you think?
Trey?
I had actually Gonzaga making it to the championship, beating Duke in the Final Four,
Okay.
but I also had them losing in the championship too. So
Okay. To who?
to Arizona.
My guy.
Yeah. No, that's why I pointed at the
Fair
camera.
down. Thank you.
I'm not an Arizona fan, but I think they're the best team in the
I am a
tournament.
fan, and I do think they're the best team in the tournament. So.
But yeah, no, I like that take though because Duke is looking really solid with Ben Sherrill leading, and is he gonna go like number 1? Do you think? in the
Yeah,
draft?
he'll be top 3 for sure.
Okay.
Top 3 for sure. I don't know who I have going number 1. I like Smith out of Auburn.
I like Jabari Smith. I like Chet Holmgren as well.
I
Chet
don't.
Holmgren or Pollard?
You don't like Chet?
Chet Holmgren
Yeah.
looks like he's wasting away to me. Chet Holmgren looks like he's going to go to the NBA and he's going to be a consummate injury guy.
Yeah.
Now, maybe I'm wrong, but speaking of Cole's, squad, he doesn't come off as like a Kevin Durant to me. Someone that's going to be a 7-footer, goes into the league, and is just dropping buckets, right? I think he's going to struggle early on. Maybe. I hope he does succeed. But I don't know if Holmgren's the guy. Smith, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
3-level scorer. He's got the body already. 6'10". I think he's going to be a freak in the NBA. But I'm not sure.
I can see that.
You know, I have to agree. Like, I'm not high on Holmgren at all. I bet he'll probably go top 3 in the draft, but I don't know how he'll pan out in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand the potential. I get why people think he'll, translate, but to me, for some reason, I don't see it working. I think we've got a bust in our future.
Yeah, for sure.
But
That's fair. That's fair. I'll go back to that. You saying Duke making
yes,
it.
yeah. What's your take on it?
I have them losing in the round of 32.
What?
To Davidson.
Okay.
to Davidson.
I just Duke. I don't feel like they'll play inspired ball for Coach K. I think Coach K definitely has built a great culture there. And he's built a great team, obviously, because they're the 2 seed.
Yeah.
But they just never perform in March. I don't know. I just see Davidson, and they're playing really well right now. And I see Coach K, and I don't know. It's one of those wonky upsets that I see happening.
Yeah. I watched a loss of theirs at the end of the season. It might have been Miami in the tournament, and I will tell you, it is weird watching Coach K. I think he is 112 years old.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Respect the guy completely. He's built an absolute powerhouse. When you think of college basketball, Duke's probably the first team you think of. I think that's why I dislike him. Growing up, all my friends were Duke fans, and I was like, I'm not going to follow them, just like the Yankees, just like the Lakers. But he is so old, and it's now apparent. And it makes me wonder, as a young coach, how do you, at age 60, 70 years old, relate to an 18-year-old that wants to be a one-and-done, go straight to them? I don't know how he motivates them at this point. I think that's got to be really difficult as a coach. So I